Greetings tubies, welcome back to my channel, The Wandering Nomad. This is your host Crow. I'm out here hiking today on the Evergreen trail, and I thought I'd just flip the camera around off of my ugly mug and show you guys the trail. Apparently I'm on the 1.2 mile marker. Doesn't seem like I've come that far, but I guess I have. So right now I'm in the middle of looping my way around back to where I started and getting some photos of some mushrooms. And the other day when I saw them, I thought that they were possibly conifer psilocybe, which is a psychedelic, psychotropic mushroom with psilocybin found inside of it, which is a component that basically is psychedelic and makes you trip. And although I didn't find them where I expected, I just found 3. So these right here absolutely look like psilocybes. Maybe not conifer psilocybe, but these here look like what I would call mountain moss psilocybe. And they are definitely fully fruited. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these. That way I can take them back home and research and make sure that they are what I think they are. You just never know when it comes to mushrooms, especially what they call the little brown mushrooms, LBMs, because they can be extremely poisonous, they can be edible, they can be magic. And so many of them look alike that they're extremely hard to tell apart. And we're headed back to the Evergreen Trail as we speak. We're winding our way back around. If you notice the moss that's growing on both sides of the trail, this would be the perfect type of habitat to look for moss, mountain moss psilocybe in the region that we're in. That's probably going to be one of the more common of the psychedelic mushrooms that you might find. Okay, now here's another mushroom I've just come across. I almost missed it, but I'm not sure what this guy is, but we will pick him and we'll take him home and we'll find out. I don't want to jump the gun, but the darkish color of the stem and the veil that's intact, built-in veil, puts you right in the mind of a magic mushroom of another type, not the mountain moss psilocybe. The name is eluding me right now, so I'm not even going to try to come up with the name, but it reminds me of one of the mushrooms that you would see cultures like the Mayans or the Incas or the Aztecs or the Toltecs or the Mexica or any of the tribes that were down in Mesoamerica back in the day. They were huge mushroom cultures, and it looks a lot like the mushrooms that they would have been eating down there, which were magical. So I'm swinging back around now. come about 1/10 of a mile since I cut the camera back on. And my eyes are kind of just scanning the moss as we walk by. And if I see something that doesn't quite fit or looks out of place, if my brain can register it in time before I walk past it, I'll stop and investigate. And 9 times out of 10, it's because my eye has picked up on a mushroom and my brain hasn't caught up yet. It just takes years of practice picking out mushrooms from the live vegetation, or in the wintertime, from sticks and branches and leaves that litter the trail. And a lot of the time mushrooms will be growing, but you won't see them because there will be leaves covering them. See, like right here, this is a puffer ball. This is a overripe puffer ball. And as you can tell, as I lift the camera up, you lose sight of it because it's the same color as a lot of the dried up leaves. But again, years of practice will train your eye to pick up not on only different colors, but on different shapes. So now we're getting back to the acidic part of the woods. This is why they call it the Evergreen Trail, because it's full of pines and evergreens. And in those types of soils, acidic soils, there's only specific types of plants that grow, and it's the same with mushrooms. They're not the biggest fan of alkaline soils, acidic soils, but there are specific things that do thrive in that type of environment. And certain types of mushrooms are one of those. So I'm going to cheat here. Instead of following this trail further, I'm going to jump back down here and cross back over to the Evergreen Trail. I found a fairy ring earlier, and I'm not sure which part of the trail it was on.